If riding causes back or knee pain, the bike is working against you. Motorcycling should feel like freedom, not a physical compromise. With the right motorcycle, you can ride into your 80s. No pain, no strain, no recovery days. And no, you don't always need a luxury price tag to do it. That's why we have lined up 30 comfort-first motorcycles that are surprisingly affordable, with prices starting at just $2,500, ready for you to be picked up at the dealer. Number 30. The Moto Guzzi V85T. This is the classic enduro. The Moto Guzzi V85T is unlike any other adventure bike. It is air-cooled, uses push rods, and looks like it came from the Dakar Rally of the 80s. It features an 853 cubic centimeter transverse V-twin. It makes 75 horsepower. And yes, shaft drive. The ergonomics are fantastic for all-day riding. The seat is widely praised as one of the best in the class. It is sculpted but allows movement. The handlebars are high and wide. The wind protection is excellent without being a barn door. Because the engine cylinders stick out, they act as leg warmers in the winter, though they can be warm in summer. This bike is perfect for the individualist tourer. It is charming, capable, and simple to maintain. We spoke to Mario, who has ridden Guzzis for 40 years. He said, "The V85TT is the best bike Guzzi has made in decades. It's comfortable for my wife on the back, handles fire roads easily, and has that shaft drive reliability. It has soul, it talks to you." A new V85TT runs about $13,000. Used ones are a steal at $9,000. But if the Guzzi is a scalpel for the street, the next bike is a sledgehammer for the farm, featuring a rear tire so massive, it refuses to tip over. Number 29. The BMW C400 GT. This bike is urban mobility in business class. It brings German engineering and luxury to the daily stop-and-go grind. It features a 350 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It makes 34 horsepower. It uses a CVT transmission for effortless twist-and-go acceleration. But the party trick is the flex case system, a trap door under the seat that expands when parked to swallow a full-face helmet. The ergonomics are Gran Turismo by name and nature. You get a massive windshield that creates a silent pocket of air. You get a wide, supportive seat with a built-in backrest bolster. It features keyless ride and BMW's brilliant TFT connectivity screen. You sit upright, feet forward, commanding the road. This is perfect for the executive commuter. If you want to arrive at the office in a suit, sweat-free, without scuffing your shoes on a shifter, this is the machine. Simon from London says, "It's faster than the Tube and more comfortable than my sofa. The heated grips and seat make winter riding a joy. It's the ultimate city hack." A new C400 GT is pricey at $8,200. Used examples can be found for around $6,000. But if you want less scooter vibe and more motorcycle, like this video, subscribe to the channel and enjoy the rest of the video. Number 28. The Suzuki Van 200. Now, if you like the idea of a fat tire bike but want something with a bit more retro flair and an even more comfortable seat, you have to look at the Suzuki Van 200. It is a tragedy that Suzuki discontinued this bike in some markets, but they are plentiful on the used scene. It features a 199 cubic centimeter fuel-injected engine. Yes, fuel-injected, so no messing with carburetors on cold mornings. It produces about 16 horsepower, which is plenty for city streets and back roads. The ergonomics on this bike are legendary for one reason: the seat. It is widely considered one of the most comfortable stock seats ever put on a small motorcycle. It is wide, thick, and shaped like a loaf of bread. The seat height is 30.3 inches. You sit in a completely neutral position, feet directly below you, hands resting naturally on the wide bars. It is physically larger than the Yamaha TW200. So if you are a taller rider with bad knees, the Van offers a bit more legroom without forcing you to climb a ladder to get on. Since you can't buy these new in the States anymore, you are looking exclusively at the used market. A mint condition, Van usually trades hands for between $3,500 and $4,500. It is a future classic that comforts your backside. Retro funk is cool, but sometimes you just want to sit back, feet forward, on a machine that looks like a miniature Harley, but rides with British refinement. Number 27. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350. If you prefer the cruiser aesthetic, that low-slung, feet-forward look, but can't handle the weight of a massive Harley-Davidson, Royal Enfield has built the perfect solution. The Meteor 350 is a modern cruiser designed for the global market. and it punches way above its weight class in terms of comfort. It features a 349 cubic centimeter air oil-cooled single. It makes about 20 horsepower and 20 foot-pounds of torque. It uses a balancer shaft, which is technical speak for it doesn't shake your fillings out. It is incredibly smooth at 55 miles per hour. The ergonomics are cruiser light. You have forward-mounted foot pegs, but they aren't so far forward that you strain your back reaching for them. It puts you in a relaxed, reclined posture. The seat is sculpted and wide, sitting at a very accessible 29.9 inches. The handlebars are pulled back to meet you. It comes with a heel-to-toe shifter standard, which is great if you have stiffness in your ankles. You can just stomp down with your heel to upshift. Reminds me of Linda from Florida, who downsized from a Sportster 883. She said, "The Harley was getting too heavy for me to back out of the driveway. The Meteor feels like a bicycle in comparison, but it still has that thump-thump sound I love. I can ride it all day without my lower back seizing up." The price is the best part. A brand new Meteor 350 starts at roughly $4,600. Used ones are starting to appear for around $3,800. Cruising is relaxing, but if your dream involves crossing state lines and exploring gravel roads without the weight of a tank, the next bike punches way above its weight class. Quick pit stop. If your wallet cries louder than your exhaust, please because you deserve cheaper bikes. Let's see what else we can find for that wallet. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 26, the Kawasaki Versys-X 300. Maybe you aren't ready to give up on the idea of touring. Maybe you want to do some light adventure riding, but the big BMW GS adventure bikes look terrifyingly heavy. Enter the Kawasaki Versys-X 300. This is a lightweight adventure touring bike that punches way above its weight class. It features a 296 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine derived from the Ninja 300. It loves to rev, but it is smooth. It makes nearly 40 horsepower, which is enough to hold 75 miles per hour on the highway. The ergonomics are upright and commanding. You sit high with a great view of the traffic ahead, but the bike is exceedingly narrow. The seat height is 32 inches, which sounds tall, but because the bike is so slim, it is easy to reach the ground. The clutch pull is feather assist, meaning you can pull the clutch lever in with your pinky finger. If you suffer from carpal tunnel or arthritis in your hands, this clutch is a godsend. It has a tall windscreen standard to keep the blast off your chest, reducing fatigue on long rides. Jim, a retired geography teacher, uses his to tour the national parks. He told us, "I did the Blue Ridge Parkway on this 300. Everyone on the big 200cc bikes was exhausted by the end of the day from wrestling their machines in the curves. I was fresh. It's light, it's nimble, and it carries my camping gear just fine." You can pick up a new one for roughly $6,200. On the used market, where they are plentiful, you can find a fully rigged touring setup for $4,500. Adventure bikes are great, but sometimes the enemy is simply gravity, and the next machine is so light you can almost hang it on a wall. Number 25, the Honda CB300R. Sometimes the enemy of comfort is simply weight. The heavier the bike, the harder you have to work to balance it at stoplights and maneuver it in the garage. The Honda CB300R is the antidote to heavy bikes. It is part of Honda's Neosports Cafe line, and it is shockingly light. It features a 286 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single. It makes 30 horsepower and is incredibly peppy around town. But here is the headline number, 317 pounds. That is the wet weight, ready to ride. It is almost light enough to hang on a wall. The ergonomics are neutral and standard. The foot pegs are directly under you, allowing you to stand up over bumps to save your spine. The handlebars are wide and flat. The seat height is 31.5 inches. Because the bike is so light, it feels like a toy between your legs. It is incredibly easy to balance. If you start to tip over, you can easily catch it with one leg, something you cannot say about a big cruiser. A brand new CB300R will set you back $5,149. Used models are a steal at around $3,800. Weight savings are crucial, but if you've spent your whole life working hard, you might want a premium badge in the garage without the premium price tag. Number 24, the BMW G310R. You have worked hard your whole life. Maybe you want a premium badge in the garage, but you don't want the premium weight that usually comes with it. The BMW G310R is the entry point to the Bavarian brand, but it doesn't feel cheap. It features a 313 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine. Interestingly, the engine is tilted backward, which lowers the center of gravity and makes the bike feel even lighter than it is. It produces 34 horsepower. The ergonomics are specifically designed for a wide range of body types. The standard seat height is 30.9 inches, but BMW offers a low seat option that drops it to 30.3 inches and a high seat for those with long legs. The rider triangle is compact but comfortable. The controls feel premium, the switches click with authority, and the display is clear and easy to read, which is helpful if your near vision isn't what it used to be. So what is your all-time favorite motorcycle and why? Let us know in the comments. Let's go back to the BMW. The price is surprisingly competitive. A new one starts at $4,995. Used examples can be found for as low as $3,500. It is champagne taste on a beer budget. German engineering is precise, but some of us just crave the rumble of a genuine V-twin engine in a package small enough for anyone to flatfoot. Number 23, the Yamaha Vstar 250. In a world of parallel twins and single cylinders, the Yamaha Vstar 250 stands alone. It is one of the only small displacement bikes that still uses a genuine V-twin engine. If you crave that specific rumble and the look of a traditional American cruiser, but in a package that weighs less than a lawnmower, this is it. It features a 249 cubic centimeter air-cooled V-twin. It sounds fantastic. It makes about 21 horsepower, delivered in a lazy, torque-rich manner. The ergonomics are the star of the show here. The seat height is an ultra-low 27 inches. You could practically sit on the ground and be higher. This allows even the shortest riders to plant both feet firmly flat on the pavement with knees bent. The handlebars are pulled back buckhorn style, bringing the controls to you so you never have to lean forward. The suspension is soft and forgiving. Shorty Steve, as his riding club calls him, loves his. He says, "I'm 5'4" on a good day. Most bikes scare me at stoplights. The V-Star lets me feel totally secure. And because it's a V-twin, it sounds like a real motorcycle, not a sewing machine. I've put 20,000 miles on it. You can buy a brand new V-Star 250 for $4,699. Because Yamaha has been making them forever, used ones are everywhere for around $2,500. V-twins are classic, but the next bike is the one motorcycle instructors fight over because it captures the pure essence of motorcycling from the 70s. Number 22, the Suzuki TU250X. This is the bike that motorcycle instructors fight over. The Suzuki TU250X is a modern classic that captures the essence of the universal Japanese motorcycle of the 70s. It features a 249 cubic centimeter air-cooled single, but unlike the older bikes it mimics, this one is fuel injected. It starts instantly, runs clean, and gets 80 miles per gallon. The ergonomics are functionally perfect. It has a standard upright seating position. The seat is broad, flat, and thick, a stark contrast to the angular, thin seats on modern naked bikes. The foot pegs are exactly where you expect them to be. It puts zero strain on your wrists, back, or neck. It is simply a motorcycle. It handles neutrally and predictably. Suzuki stopped importing these to the US a few years ago, so it is a used-only proposition. However, they are cult classics. Expect to pay between $3,000 and $4,000 for a pristine example. If you find one, buy it. You won't lose money on it. The 70s were great, but if you want to go back even further to the roaring 20s on a bike built by hand, this next machine is a rolling time capsule. Number 21, the Janus Halcyon 250. Now for something completely different. If you want a lightweight bike but hate the look of modern plastic machines, you need to look at Janus Motorcycles. Based in Goshen, Indiana, they build bikes by hand that look like they are from the 1920s. The Halcyon 250 is their hardtail look cruiser. It features a 229 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine. The ergonomics are fascinating. It looks like a rigid frame, no rear suspension, but the seat itself is fully sprung with coil springs, just like in the old days. This isolates your spine from the road shocks surprisingly well. The bike weighs a featherlight 263 pounds. It is incredibly narrow and long. You sit upright holding wide swept-back bars. It feels like riding a time machine. George, a history buff, owns number 45. He says, "I stopped riding because modern bikes felt like appliances. The Janus feels mechanical. It connects you to the road. The sprung seat is actually more comfortable than the foam seat on my old Ninja. And lifting it onto the center stand takes zero effort. These are pricey because they are hand-built. A new one starts around $8,800. Used ones are rare and hold value, usually trading for around $7,000. Hand-built charm is a conversation starter, but our next entry uses space-age technology to remove the clutch lever entirely, saving your left hand from arthritis. Number 20. The Honda NC-750X DCT. We are jumping up in displacement now, but don't let the engine scare you. The Honda NC-750X is designed for one thing: practicality. It is often called the Honda Accord of motorcycles, and that is a compliment. It features a 745 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. The engine is tuned for low-end torque, not high-end screaming horsepower. It chugs along happily at low RPMs. But the game changer is the DCT dual clutch transmission. It is an automatic, no clutch lever, no shift lever. The computer does it perfectly every time. The ergonomics are built for the daily grind. You sit upright in an adventure touring stance. The seat is 31.5 inches, which is manageable for a mid-size bike. But the best feature for seniors? The center of gravity. The engine cylinders are laid forward almost flat, keeping the weight incredibly low. Even though it weighs 470 pounds, it feels 100 pounds lighter when you lift it off the kickstand. Plus, where the gas tank normally is, there is a massive storage trunk called the frunk. You can put your helmet or groceries in there. Now let's see what Honda brings to the table. A new NC-750X DCT runs about $9,400. Used models are plentiful and can be found for between $5,000 and $7,000 depending on the year. Automatic transmissions save your hand, but if your problem is that bikes just don't fit your body type, the next machine changes shape to fit you. Number 19. The Kawasaki Vulcan S. Buying a bike is usually like buying a suit off the rack. You hope it fits. The Kawasaki Vulcan S is like getting a suit tailored. It features the Ergo Fit system. When you buy the bike, the dealer can adjust the handlebars, the seat, and the foot pegs to 3 different positions to fit your height and reach perfectly. It features a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine derived from the Ninja 650. It is peppy and fun, far faster than traditional cruisers, but very smooth. The ergonomics are whatever you want them to be. Short riders can have the bars brought back and the pegs brought in. Tall riders can have them pushed out. This customization is vital for avoiding back pain. If you aren't stretching to reach the controls, your muscles stay relaxed. The seat height starts low at 27.8 inches. The bike is long and stable. Jenny, who is 5 feet, told us, "I sat on 20 bikes and I couldn't reach the controls comfortably on any of them." The dealer set up the Vulcan S with the reduced reach configuration, and suddenly it fit like a glove. I can ride for hours without that burning sensation between my shoulder blades. A new Vulcan S costs around $7,800. Used ones are a great bargain, often found for around $5,000. Just make sure the used one is set up for your size, or buy the parts to adjust it. Adjustability is smart, but sometimes you just want that legendary British refinement in a package that doesn't require a gym membership to lift. Number 18. The Triumph Speed 400. Triumph recently entered the small displacement market, and they knocked it out of the park. The Speed 400 looks like a premium British roadster, but is light and accessible. It features a 398 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single. It makes nearly 40 horsepower. It is punchy, modern, and vibration-free. The fit and finish are exquisite. It doesn't feel like a cheap bike. The ergonomics are neutral and commanding. The seat height is 31 inches. The tank is narrow, making it easy to grip with your knees. The suspension is plush, utilizing high-quality big piston forks that soak up road imperfections better than the bargain bin suspension found on other bikes in this price range. It weighs only 375 pounds. This is perfect for the downsizing gentleman. If you spent your life riding heavy Bonnevilles or BMWs, but now want something easier to manage without sacrificing that feeling of quality, this is the bike. Speaking about the price, it is shocking in a good way. A brand new Speed 400 is $4,995. It is arguably the best value in motorcycling right now. British singles are peppy, but if you hate chain maintenance and crave Italian character, the next bike has an engine that rocks the bike from side to side and looks fantastic doing it. Number 17. The Moto Guzzi V7. If you want character, you go Italian. The Moto Guzzi 5 or 7 is a modern classic that does things differently. It features an 850 cubic centimeter transverse V-twin engine. The cylinders stick out the sides, catching the wind. But the best feature for seniors? Shaft drive. No chain to clean, no chain to lube, no getting down on your hands and knees with a toothbrush and kerosene. It is maintenance-free riding. The ergonomics are classic standard. You sit upright, the seat is flat and spacious. The vibration from the engine is a good pulse rather than a buzzing annoyance. It rocks slightly to the right when you blip the throttle, giving it a living sensation. It carries its weight low, making it feel stable. This bike is perfect for the rider who hates maintenance. If bending over to adjust a chain ruins your weekend, the shaft drive V7 is your savior. It is also a style icon. Marco, an enthusiast in his 60s, says, "It's an agricultural machine in a tuxedo. It's simple, robust, and the shaft drive means I just ride it. I don't have to fiddle with it. It's comfortable enough for a weekend trip, but cool enough for the city." New, a V7 Stone starts around $9,600. Used examples can be found for around $6,000. Shaft drives are convenient, but if your back pain is severe, you might need a vehicle that is literally a recliner on wheels. Number 16, the Suzuki Bergman 400. Before you scroll past because it's a scooter, hear me out. The Suzuki Bergman 400 is arguably the most comfortable two-wheeled vehicle on this entire list. It is a maxi scooter. It features a 400 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine with a CVT automatic transmission. It is highway capable, easily cruising at 80 miles per hour. The ergonomics are essentially a recliner on wheels. You can put your feet down flat or stretch them out forward like you're on a cruiser. The seat is massive, with a built-in adjustable rider backrest. That backrest provides lumbar support that standard motorcycles can only dream of. The windscreen provides a bubble of calm. And the storage? You can fit 2 full-face helmets under the seat. No heavy backpack needed. This is perfect for the touring rider who wants ultimate comfort. If your back pain is severe, this is the solution. It offers wind protection, lumbar support, and automatic shifting. A new Bergman 400 is pricey at $8,600. However, used ones depreciate fast, and you can pick up a low-mileage example for $4,000. Number 15, the Royal Enfield Classic 350. If you want the absolute purest motorcycle experience without the vintage repair bills, the Royal Enfield Classic 350 is a time machine. It is built on the same platform as the Meteor we mentioned earlier, but with a more upright, commanding stance. It features that charming 349 cubic centimeter air, oil-cooled single. It makes 20 horsepower. It is slow. It forces you to slow down and smell the roses, which is exactly what the doctor ordered. The ergonomics are post-war British. You sit on the bike, not in it. The seat is a sprung solo saddle, meaning there are actual springs under the foam to isolate your tailbone from the shocks. The handlebars are wide and sweep back gently. Your back is perfectly straight. It encourages a dignified riding posture. The foot pegs are directly below you, so you can easily stand up to stretch your legs while rolling through town. We spoke to Arthur, a veteran who rode Enfields in his youth. He said, "It feels exactly like the bikes I rode 50 years ago, but the brakes actually work. The sprung seat saves my lower back on bumpy country lanes. It's a joy to polish and a joy to ride." A brand new Classic 350 costs roughly $4,600. Used models are starting to trickle in for $3,800. Nostalgia is wonderful, but if you want modern technology that removes the most tiring part of riding, the clutch, Honda has a cruiser that thinks for you. Number 14, the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. The Rebel 1100 is the big brother to the 500, but it is a completely different animal. It features the engine from the Africa Twin adventure bike, a 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin. It makes 86 horsepower. It is fast, but the secret weapon for seniors is the DCT transmission. It is an automatic. You just twist the throttle and hold on. No clutch cramping your hand in traffic, no missed shifts. The ergonomics are low and tight. The seat height is a basement level 27.5 inches. It is incredibly easy to mount. The mid-controls keep your legs in a natural position, not stretched out like a torture rack. It feels compact and dense. It has cruise control standard, which is a lifesaver for your right wrist on long highway stints. This bike is perfect for the experienced rider who wants performance without the workout. It handles corners surprisingly well for a cruiser. Gary, a former sport bike rider with bad knees, told us, "I miss the speed of my old CBR, but I couldn't fold my legs up anymore." The Rebel 1100 DCT gives me the acceleration I crave, but I can flat-foot it at lights. And in sport mode, it shifts faster than I ever could. A new Rebel 1100 DCT runs about $10,100. Used ones are holding value, well, usually around $8,500. Automatic shifting is a luxury, but what if you crave the classic look of a vertical twin with fit and finish that rivals a Swiss watch? Number 13. The Kawasaki W800. This is the sleeper hit of the retro world. While everyone looks at Triumphs, the Kawasaki W800 is arguably more authentic to the classic 60s design. It features a 773 cubic centimeter air-cooled vertical twin with a unique bevel gear-driven cam. It is a piece of mechanical art. It makes 47 horsepower. The torque is instant and smooth. The ergonomics are standard perfection. You sit on a thick, flat bench seat that allows you to slide back and forth to change your pressure points. A huge advantage over sculpted seats that lock you in one position. The handlebars are classic bends that fall naturally to hand. The ride quality is plush, soaking up road imperfections with grace. It feels light on its feet despite being made of real metal. Robert from the UK says, "I've owned Triumphs, I've owned Nortons. The Kawasaki is better built. The seat is thick enough that I can ride for 2 hours without stopping. It's the smoothest twin I've ever ridden. It's effortless." A new W800 costs roughly $10,000. Used examples are a fantastic bargain, often found for $6,500. What is your biggest motorcycle regret? We would like to know your horror story in the comment section. Let's keep moving up the ladder. Number 12, the Suzuki V-Strom 650. This is ugly, quiet, and absolutely brilliant. The Suzuki V-Strom 650, the V-Strom, is legendary for one thing: comfort. It features a 645 cubic centimeter V-twin engine that is bulletproof. It has been around for 20 years because Suzuki cannot build a better one. It makes 70 horsepower. The ergonomics are spacious. It is a tall rounder. The seat is broad and supportive. The rider triangle, the relationship between seat bars and pegs, is considered by many to be the gold standard for long-distance comfort. Your legs are unbent, your back is straight, and the windscreen keeps the pressure off your chest. It handles gravel roads and interstates with equal incompetence. It's not great at either, but it's good at everything. This bike is perfect for the practical tourer. If you don't care about looking cool and just want to ride to Alaska, this is the bike. We met Dave at a gas station in Montana. He was 68. He said, "I call it the ugly duckling. It has 80,000 miles on it. I've done nothing but change the oil. I have a bad hip, but the upright seating position puts zero pressure on it. I can ride miles 500 a day on this thing." A new one is roughly $9,600, but used ones are everywhere. You can find a reliable one for $4,000 easily. The V-Strom is practical, but if you want that British heritage with a level of polish that feels like a luxury car, you have to look at the modern Bonnie. Number 11, the Triumph Bonneville T100. The Bonneville is an icon, and the T100 is the lighter, more accessible version. It features a 900 cubic centimeter, liquid-cooled, high-torque twin. It makes 64 horsepower. It pulls from idle with a lovely deep burble. The clutch is torque assist, meaning it is incredibly light to pull, great for arthritic hands. The ergonomics are British standard. The seat height is 31 inches. The bench seat is thick and flat. The center of gravity is low. It feels substantial but not heavy. It steers with a light touch. The suspension is tuned for comfort, not racing. It glides over bumps. This bike is perfect for the rider who values style and ease. It is a bike you park and look back at. James, a retired architect, told us, "I bought the T100 because I couldn't handle the weight of the T120. The 900cc engine has plenty of power for passing, but the bike feels 50 pounds lighter. It's smooth, refined, and the finish is impeccable." A new T100 costs around $11,000. Used models hold value but can be found for $7,500. Refinement is nice, but sometimes you need a bike that is specifically designed to conquer the urban jungle while keeping your spine vertical. Number 10. The BMW F900 XR. BMW calls this an adventure sport, but really it is a supreme upright sport tourer. It features an 895 cubic centimeter parallel twin making 99 horsepower. It is fast, but the key is the optional ESA, electronic suspension adjustment. With the push of a button, you can switch the rear shock from road to dynamic, smoothing out the bumps instantly. The ergonomics are commanding. You sit in the bike, but upright. The handlebars are wide. The legroom is generous. It is narrower than a boxer BMW, making it easier to filter through traffic. It offers the performance of a sport bike with the comfort of an adventure bike. This is perfect for the sporty senior. If you aren't ready to give up on carving corners, but your back can't handle a crouch, this is the answer. Now let's talk about the price. A new one starts around $12,000. Used examples are great value at around $9,000. German tech is impressive, but what if you want an adventure bike that oozes Italian soul and uses a maintenance-free shaft drive? Number 9. The Honda Rebel 500. This is the gold standard of modern metric cruisers. The Honda Rebel 500 didn't just enter the market, it saved the cruiser segment for a younger generation. It threw out the excessive chrome in the grandpa vibes for a minimalist, blacked-out bobber aesthetic that looks custom right off the showroom floor. It features the legendary 471 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin. This is the same engine found in the CB500F and X, meaning it is absolutely bulletproof. It makes 46 horsepower. It is linear, smooth, and friendly, but it has enough torque to beat traffic off the line. It uses a chain drive and features fat tires that give it a mean, planted stance. The ergonomics are the definition of accessibility. The seat height is an incredibly low 27.2 inches. Almost anyone, regardless of inseam, can flat-foot this machine with confidence. The foot pegs are mid-mounted, meaning you aren't stretched out like a starfish trying to reach forward controls. It fits shorter riders perfectly, though if you are over 6 feet, you might find it a bit compact. This is perfect for the style-conscious new rider. It handles the city gridlock with agility that big cruisers can't match, yet it is capable of highway speeds. It is also a customization dream. There are thousands of aftermarket parts to make it your own. Amanda from Ohio says, "I bought my Rebel 3 years ago. I've put 15,000 miles on it. It has never needed repair. It's fast enough for the highway, but easy to manage in the city. I love it." A brand new Rebel 500 is $6,499. Used ones hold their value incredibly well, usually hovering around $5,000. Moving on to American Iron. Number 8. The Indian Scout. If you want an American cruiser but find Harleys too heavy or vibrational, the Indian Scout is the answer. It features a 1,133 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin. It makes 100 horsepower. It is fast, it is smooth, it is modern. The ergonomics are centered around a low seat height, just 25.6 inches. It is incredibly easy to manage. The center of gravity is worm burner low. While the stock seat isn't great, Indian offers infinite accessory seats and handlebar reaches to tailor it to you. The engine is a stressed member of the frame, making it rigid and handling remarkably well. This is perfect for the rider with short legs or balance issues. You can plant both feet flat on the ground with knees bent. Sarah, a 5'2" rider, told us, "The Scout gave me my confidence back. It's powerful, it flies, but it feels small when I stop. I don't have to wrestle it, it just fits." Price? A new Scout starts around $13,000. Used ones are plentiful for $8,000. Low seats are great, but if you want to cross continents at speed with technology that includes radar, you need a Japanese spaceship. Number 7. The Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus. The Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus is a technological marvel. It features the 900 cubic centimeter inline triple engine. It sounds like a Banshee and makes 118 horsepower. But the Plus model features radar-linked brakes and adaptive cruise control. The bike sees the car in front of you and slows down automatically. The ergonomics are pure sport touring. Upright, adjustable seat, adjustable bars, adjustable foot pegs. It features semi-active suspension that adjusts damping in real time. It is essentially a comfort-focused R1. This is perfect for the tech-loving tourer. The radar cruise control reduces mental fatigue on long highway rides significantly. Ken from California says, "The radar cruise is a game changer. I just set it and relax. My wrist doesn't hurt, my mind stays fresh. And when the road gets twisty, that triple engine is a riot. It's the best of both worlds." It is pricey at $16,500 new. It is too new for many used deals, but standard Tracer 9 GTs can be found for $11,000. Tech is cool, but sometimes you want the ultimate classic American highway experience with a suspension system that hides its comfort. Number 6. The Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic. This is the quintessential Harley. The Heritage Classic looks like it is from the 50s, but it rides like it is from now. It features the Milwaukee 814 engine. It has massive torque, but the secret is the soft tail frame. It looks like a rigid frame, but it has a monoshock hidden under the seat that is easily adjustable. It soaks up bumps that would shatter your spine on an old Harley. The ergonomics are armchair. Floorboards allow you to move your feet. Mini ape hanger. Bars put your hands at shoulder height, keeping your back straight. The windshield is detachable. It is heavy, but the weight disappears once moving. This is perfect for the American traditionalist. It is the most comfortable softail Harley makes. Big Al says, "I traded my Electra Glide for the Heritage. It's lighter, easier to handle in parking lots, but still rides like a Cadillac on the highway. The floorboards are great for my arthritic ankles." Now the price, a new one is expensive at $22,000. Used ones are around $15,000. Before we move on, if you pick gear by what hurts least, like because we know that comfort is king. Now let's break the rules of physics. Number 5, the Can-Am Spyder F3. Okay, purists, put down the pitchforks. If you have severe balance issues, vertigo, or leg strength problems, the Can-Am Spyder is the machine that keeps you in the wind. It is not a trike, it is a reverse trike with 2 wheels in front. It is incredibly stable. It features a 1,330 cubic centimeter Rotax triple engine. It is fast. It has a semi-automatic transmission, paddle shifters, no clutch, and, crucially, a reverse gear. The ergonomics are the U-Fit system. You can adjust the pegs and bars to fit you perfectly. The seat is broad and supportive. You sit upright, relaxed. You do not have to put your feet down at stops. This saves your hips and knees immensely. This is perfect for the rider who cannot balance a two-wheeler. It extends the riding life by decades. We spoke to Tom, a Vietnam vet with a prosthetic leg. "The Spyder gave me my life back. I couldn't hold up a Harley anymore. The Spyder is fast, fun, and I don't have to worry about dropping it. My wife loves the passenger seat too." A new F3 starts around $18,000. Used ones can be found for $10,000. 3 wheels are stable, but if you want 2 wheels that offer the ultimate weather protection and German precision, look no further. Number 4. The BMW R1250 RT. The RT is the benchmark for sport touring. It features the massive Boxer twin engine with shift cam technology. It is smooth and torquey, but the fair ING is the star. It provides a bubble of silence so complete you can listen to the radio at 80 miles per hour. It features a massive 10-inch TFT screen, heated seats, heated grips, and central locking luggage. The ergonomics are calculated to the millimeter for long-distance comfort. The rider triangle is upright and neutral. The seat height is adjustable. It handles like a much smaller bike thanks to the low center of gravity of the Boxer engine. This is perfect for the high-mileage professional. It is the bike of choice for police forces for a reason. You can sit on it for 8 hours a day comfortably. Klaus writes, "The RT is a magic carpet. I did an iron butt ride, 1,000 miles in 24 hours on it. I got off and felt fine. The wind protection is unmatched. It's expensive, but cheaper than back surgery." A new RT is $25,000. Used ones depreciate, and you can find solid runners for $8,000. Now the holy trinity of comfort. We have cleared the scooters. We have cleared the lightweights. What remains are the 3 kings of longevity, and the number 1 bike? You'll be amazed. Number 3. The Indian Roadmaster. If the BMW is a German sedan, the Indian Roadmaster is a private jet. It uses the Thunderstroke 116 Air cooled V-twin. It rumbles with authority. It features the Ride Command system with Apple CarPlay. It has 37 gallons of storage. The ergonomics are spacious. The floorboards are the longest in the industry. The seat is genuine leather, heated, and incredibly plush. The power windshield allows you to adjust airflow instantly. The trunk features a passenger backrest that is essentially a LAZBOY. This is perfect for the couple who tours. If your partner isn't comfortable, you aren't riding. The Roadmaster ensures the passenger is happy. A new one is $32,000. Used ones can be found for $18,000. Luxury is heavy, but what if you could have a heavy adventure bike that lowers itself when you stop and shifts gears for you? Number 2. The BMW R1300 GS with ASA. The new king of adventure just got a massive upgrade for seniors. The R1300 GS features the automated shift assistant ASA. It eliminates the clutch lever. You can let it shift automatically or use the foot lever. It also features adaptive vehicle height control. When you slow down to a stop, the suspension automatically lowers the bike by over an inch, allowing you to flat-foot it. The ergonomics are upright and commanding. The suspension, telelever, eliminates brake dive, saving your wrists. It is lighter than the previous 125 0Gs. It is the most technologically advanced comfort bike on the market. This is perfect for the adventurer with short legs or arthritis. It solves the two biggest problems of big adv bikes, seat height and clutch work. It is brand new and costs around $25,000. There are no used ones yet. Hey, if you've ever said, I don't need another bike, and bought one that week, like this video because denial is a lifestyle. And finally, the undisputed king of comfort. Number 1, the Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. This is it, the end of the road. The Honda Goldwing Tour DCT is not just a motorcycle, it is a declaration of victory over discomfort. It features a 1,833 cubic centimeter flat-six engine. It is smoother than a turbine. It has a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. No clutch, effortless shifting. It has a walking mode to help you park it forward and reverse. It has an airbag option. The ergonomics are flawless. The rider sits in a pocket of stillness. The handlebars come back to meet you. The seat is heated. The suspension is a double wishbone front end that separates steering from suspension forces, meaning zero vibration reaches the handlebars. You can ride over a railroad track and barely feel it. This bike is perfect for anyone who wants to ride until the fuel runs out without a single ache. It extends riding careers by decades. It is the gold standard. We spoke to Bill, a 78 years old. I thought I was done. My hips hurt, my hands hurt. I bought the Wing DCT. It's like a fountain of youth. I rode cross-country last year. It's effortless. It parks itself. It shifts itself. I just enjoy the ride. A new one is $33,000. Used ones hold value but can be found for $20,000. Now you have the bike, but do you have the protection? Click this video for more motorcycle content. Click it. I'll see you there. If you want to ride forever, click that like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll always be grateful that you did. Vroom vroom.